What's up, guys? My name is Bob. I run a YouTube channel called Beanz Bob, where I do videos of my rides on this 1998 XRV 750 Africa Twin. And for those who watch my channel, you'll see that I ride the bike quite hard, mostly off-road, and I'm constantly in the mountains riding this girl really hard. I also maintain her very well. And ever since I got the bike, I've more or less made her mine. So I've upgraded the suspension. I have Hyper Pro progressive springs in front. I have a YSS shock in the back. I've rejetted the carbs. I have a free-flowing Arrow exhaust system with a foam filter. I've raised the bike up higher using extended fork caps. I've increased the height of the seat. Bar risers, so the whole bike is more or less mine. It's suited to my riding style and to my ergonomics. The one thing I haven't touched is the engine, and with these bikes normally you shouldn't have to touch the engine for 100,000 kilometers or more. Unfortunately, this one burns oil. I've always known she burnt oil, and they kind of do. Honda even makes a provision for something like 200 mil per 1,000 kilometers, but I'm burning way more than that. I had never done a motorway ride, like a really long hours and hours on the motorway, for the first 2 years of owning this bike until a week and a half ago. So I'm currently around Bordeaux in France. I left Cyprus 13 days ago, and I've done 6,000 kilometers in 13 days, mostly on the highway, 6,000 revs. And in the first day from the south of Turkey to Istanbul, when I got to Istanbul the following morning, I thought I'll check the oil, I'll stop for a coffee and check the oil. And the warning light came on, the red oil warning light. This is something I've never seen before. And so I stopped and topped up the oil with the 1 liter bottle that I had, and it took the entire liter and didn't show up on the stick. So then I rode to a petrol station and I got another liter, and I put the entire liter in as well. And so that was 2 liters, and then it came to the level on the stick. And I had done about 1,200 kilometers until that point. 6,000 revs on the highway for about 9 hours or 10 hours. And ever since then, I've been topping up a liter every 500 Ks. Or no, maybe every 700 Ks. Bottom line is she's burning too much oil. And I don't like that. I don't like that I have to top up the oil. It's messy. I've had oil spill all over the outside of my side bags. Luckily it didn't go inside. That would have been a nightmare. I have oil all over the floor outside the hostel where we stayed. It's a mess. Oil is just something I don't want to have to deal with the regularity that she currently requires. So I started thinking, I'm riding to the UK. Who can fix this bike for me in the UK? Who is a trusted guru on the Africa Twin that could do this for me? And so I went on Facebook, and this is the great thing about the community. There's 50,000 people in the Facebook group, the Africa Twin Facebook group. And so I went on the group and I posted saying, I've got these issues. Can someone advise someone who might be able to do an engine rebuild? And then someone posted saying, check out Frank from Frank's Way. He's in France. And I went, duh, because I know Frank, and I know that he's in France. And I've spoken to him a few times. We've exchanged WhatsApp messages. He's a great guy. And if there is a short list of experts that you would want to rebuild your bike, Frank would be high up on that list. And so I went, why didn't I even think about Frank? So I messaged Frank on WhatsApp, and this guy is awesome because his first reply was, Bob, if you want me to rebuild your engine, I'll do it for you. Like, straight to the point. He's a legend. And I just thought, that's it. Frank's gonna rebuild my engine. And so I've changed my plans. I'm no longer headed to London. I'm now headed to the Swiss border, where I'll be meeting Frank tomorrow. And I'll leave the bike with him for 5 weeks until the ABR festival, which is in June. And so I'll fly back to Geneva and pick up the bike from Frank and ride it to London, to the UK for the festival. By the way, if you don't know about the ABR festival, you need to look it up. ABR, Adventure Bike Rider Festival. It is the best experience for an adventure bike rider. I'll say no more. So anyway, to demonstrate the problem, the scale of this oil burn, I'm going to video now gauging the oil on the dipstick, and then I've got to ride about 5 hours today, about 550, 600 Ks. And then we'll check again tomorrow morning, to show how much oil has been consumed. So yeah, I'm gonna top up the oil now. I'm gonna show you guys what I've been dealing with for the past 13 days. And yeah, and then I'm gonna hit the road. I've just topped up the oil. I'm just gonna show you guys now. So she's not quite on the top line, and I do want to get her there because I do want to demonstrate how much she's burnt. Yeah, she is not on the top there. I'm gonna put in more oil. More. She wants more. She's gagging for it. Nasty girl. Put in my trusted funnel. I literally just put 300 mil or more even into this thing. She's guzzling the oil, guys. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, this is just how Frank wanted it. Just above the maximum marker. So she is full with oil. Bear me witness when I tell you she's about to burn that up. Burn it up.
The next day.
So, yesterday I put about 300 mil, 400 mil maybe, and then I did about 547 kilometers. I did about 5,500 revs most of the time. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little less, but on average 5,500 revs. So this is the moment where we check the oil and see how much she consumed for 540 Ks. Let's see. That's already looking as I said. Boom. She burned through all of that oil that I put in there. Not a single drop. Look at that. I'm going to screw it in just to get some depth, even though you're not supposed to do that when you check the oil. Look, when I screw it in, I get a little drop. So as you can see, the consumption is ridiculous. So I'm gonna put my last liter of oil in there now. And luckily this is the end. I only have 230 kilometers left until I get to Frank. I'm trying to remember how much oil I've put in this thing. I had 2 of these, I had 2 of a red one, I had 2 of a black one, that's 6 liters. Then I had the original one I brought from Cyprus, that's 7 liters, and I had 2 liters. So that's 9 liters. 9 liters of oil, guys. Crazy. 9 liters of oil for 6,000 kilometers. She wants the whole thing. Yeah. Almost a whole liter brings it back to where I topped it up yesterday. Yo, what's up? So I've met Frank and we're about to go out for some lunch or dinner, and I'm just showing Frank here. This morning, this is how much oil, this was a brand new liter bottle. This is how much went in after 540 kilometers. That's
Crazy.
that's crazy. Yeah, so, but about to be fixed by the guru.
We all sorted out?
Amen.
Start from a point and work in it.
Yes, yes. All right.